so as you've probably seen, or heard more like, is the Suzuki. It's louder, right? It's almost too loud actually. So what I've got is I've got a hot dog muffler here. It's flow through, you can see straight through it, if I can get it. And my plan was to put it just at the back there. Chop it off there, and have this bit of tip poking out, and then put a bit of that galvanised steel at the end. So I reckon, I just tested it then, it's got a nicer note to it. It's not so screechy at higher RPMs, and it's a lot quieter, but still got a quite nice note to it. So my first idea was with all this is I was going to make a side dump up the top of that rail there, but if I was going to do it, I couldn't have put a muffler on it because there's no room up underneath the car under here. There's no room to put any sort of muffler. That goes up to the cat up there and up into the engine. So up the back's still pretty good, and then I won't have to play with too much stuff. Fits nicely, and I'll just be able to chop it out and weld it in. So now we've got to work out where the muffler is going to go to be able to fit up in here. So I'd like the tip to be somewhat near there, but we need to have the galvanised tip out. So I reckon right up near there. Then that'll give me room to put this little hanger on. It'll come out about to where I want it actually. So I say almost right at that weld there. And then it's got to slip over. So it'll slip over. Might cut it. Where could I cut it? Get in here. It'll slip over about so far, so it'll come into there. And there she goes. And now this one should fit right over the top like that. Oh yeah. New exhaust, look at that. Absolutely perfect. All she needs to do is get welded on and a bit of a tip on her. So as you can see, there's my hot dog. There's the chopped off exhaust, and that slides right over like that. The second day of putting the hot dog on the Suzuki. Today I'm just going to weld it on, put a couple brackets on it, and we'll have a muffler. First thing, I've got to take off this sort of bracket here that holds the end up out there and it hooks over the rubber. So get the grinder out and chop that up. Pick up some of this Rio, and that'll make my brackets to hold the tip on. So I've cut one piece about this length or so, and that'll sort of grab onto there and just hold it out a bit, and with a bit of an air gap in there. Here I've marked out where my little sticks are kind of going to go to weld on. So I'm going to get the MIG welder out, or maybe stick actually, and they can weld on there. So I forgot to film this little bit here, but this is the tip that's going to go over. I put a bit of a called slope on it, like the old one, and that sits over the end like that, and that'll come out the back of the car. So you can see that's your exhaust all fitted up. Not clamped on or welded on that end yet, but it'll sit about here, aim out about there. It's not too bad. But now I've got to find out where my little hook sort of thing goes. So there's a rubber, you can see up there, hooks in there, and now we just got to find out where the it'll mount to the exhaust. So it took a bit of back and forth, welding, taking it off, welding, taking it off, but I found the right angle. I've straightened it out a bit. Now I'm going to put a few solid welds in there and we'll be all good. So it fits all up in there nicely now, onto there, into the little rubber up there, and slides on very nicely like that. That's what's going to be seen. Yeah. So I've rethought about welding right next to the fuel tank. Even though all the fuel's out, like, there's still probably heaps of vapours in there. And, you know, it's an old car, there could be little pinhole leaks or something. So I'm going to get a clamp that'll go up there, and that'll just clamp on. But I don't have one, so I have to get one. So this will be the end of this. And, yeah, but it's come out pretty well. I'm just going to give it a quick coat of paint so it doesn't rust any more than it has. And be a little bit quieter car.